Chapter 3. As a thanks to those who loved my story enough to review, fave, and whatnot, I shall make a speech here. Thank you to those who loved my story enough to review, fave, and whatnot. Y'all is awesome and stuffs. Disclaimer. Do you know how few people own Legend of Zelda? 0. Because a corporate owns it. I'm pretty sure Nintendo owns it, yes. It depends on how many people, own stock in Nintendo, I suppose. I don't know how Japanese copyright works. Do you know how few people own Harry Potter? Probably just you, because I don't think there's anybody called Harry Potter. 1. Jack Rowling, and I'm neither of those, so I don't own either one. It was a defense against the dark arts class, and Link was listening to the teacher talk about trolls. Trolls are big, scary, and green, said Professor Squirrel. And that was his whole license, because he fainted. Link, of course, being really awesome and stuff, knew, as in a new shiny car, that Professor Squirrel had a Gisper pimp year good Georges, but Link was undeterred by deterring things. The other stupidants had to sit there till the bell rang, but Link was the truest soul, or just a dude with lots of magical powers, and a fucking ocarina that can change day to night and night to day, make him young and old and whatever. So yeah. And didn't feel like fluttering rules, so he didn't. Instead, he explored the cattle and went to the third floor corridors. There was a 3-headed puppy dog, so Link gave it some steak and petted it for a bit. Then he back to the Gryffindors. Meanwhile, in the Slytherin Legion of Doom common rooms, I see what you did there. A big old Slytherin called Draco. I'm sorry, have you seen Draco Malfoy? That boy be thin and too privileged to be old and beefy. A big old Slytherin called Draco Mallory. Oh, it's a different Draco, my bad. Was plotting an evil plot of planliness to get Harry Potter expunged. He would challenge Gray Potter to a duel in the middle of the night, and when he wouldn't show up, and then he wouldn't show up, and it would be funny because Harry would get expelled. Malfoy evil laughed with the force of 1,000 evil laughs. He laughed so loud that McGonagall heard him from the Gryffindors and walked in demanding to know what he found so evil funny. I mean, she could being a teacher, she could probably go in there no problem, but I'm pretty sure that'd be up to Snape to discipline and all that, his charges in Slytherin, being the head of Slytherin. Anyway, I have an evil plan to get Potter expelled from Hogwarts, but you don't know about that, except the fact that you just told her for some reason. Why would you say that? Said Malfoy. Oh, okay, well, if I don't know about it, I guess I can't do anything about it, said McGonagall. So she went back to the Gryffindors. You don't know about it, but he just told you about it, so you do know about it. Just because he says you don't know about it doesn't mean you don't know about it. The next day, Malfoy challenged Harry to a duel at midnight, but Link overheard and shouted, "Malfoy! Challenging Harry to a duel? That is a clear violation of Hogwarts rules. It is not," So it is or isn't a violation of the rules. And Professor McGonagall overheard and asked if Malfoy did so. He said yes. So Malfoy was expelled for duel challenging, which was against the rules. I don't know if that gets you expelled at Hogwarts, because it seems to happen all the time. Oh no, I have been expelled! Malfoy screamed as the castle telekinetically threw him to the Ministry of Magic, where his wand was snapped. I don't think that's how that would work. I think he would just go home and they would find him a different school to put him in. Except that it wasn't because Lucius, with the first time around, mentioned his father, but not how he's related to Draco, nepotismed Draco to Durmstrang. That wasn't really because he was, nepotism ho. That was more because they were already considering sending him to Durmstrang before they sent him to Hogwarts anyway. And was later thrown into Azkaban for trying to abracadabra Hogwarts. The whole school? How do you do that? Link saw this cunning plan and deflected the killing curse back at Lucius. So wait, Lucius was doing this, not Draco? I thought Draco was trying to kill the whole school. But he deflected the killing curse back at Lucius with his awesome shielding skills. Because he just kept, all his armor and stuff while he's in the middle of school. Blarg, I'm dead, shouted Malfoy. We don't know which one. Because he was dead. But his corpse had to serve his Azkaban sentence anyway, which the Dementors were the king of upset about, because they can't eat dead souls like vampires can't drink dead blood in Anne Rice books anyway. Probably, but I don't think it's because Anne Rice said so. And suddenly, Professor Troll ran into the great hall and screamed, "There's a squirrel in the dungeon! Squirrel in the dungeon!" Heaven forbid, there's a tiny squirrel in the dungeon. And our dear Professor Troll, just a harmless man, just trying to help his students, just thought you should know, and then he fainted. Apparently the squirrel and the troll switched places. Link ran off to fight the squirrel. Harry and Ron also ran off to save Hermione from the squirrel. Why she was down there, we don't know. Harry and Ron ran into the girls' bathroom looking for Hermione because they would think she would be in the bathroom making out with the troll, I'm guessing. I don't even remember if it was a bathroom that they fought that troll in the first movie, but maybe it was. I don't know.
I remember, the troll went into the bathroom and broke the sinks and stuff.
I guess he had to take a massive shit. I don't know. Hermione, there's a squirrel in the dungeon. Suddenly they heard a really big squeak. And they looked, and there was the squirrel towering over the three of them. That's a big-ass squirrel. It swung its massive bushy tail at all three of them, knocking them into the wall. "Ow," said Harry. "Ow," said Hermione. "Ow," said Ron. Because they would all say ow. I'd probably say shit, fuck, god damn it, fuck. Then Link ran in to save them because, we'll just replace all the characters doing stuff with Link doing the stuff instead. The squirrel squeaked ferociously at Link and swung its bushy tail at him threateningly, but Link was in no mood for such bullshitious asinity. Link grabbed the squirrel by its bushy tail and swung him around in the air. How big is this squirrel? It said it towered over Ron, Hermione, and Harry. Then slammed it into the ground. Slam! Again! Slam! Again, until the squirrel perished regretfully. How do you know it was regretful? Was it pleading for its life? Did it say sorry? Then McGonagall Snape and Dumbledore came running in and saw the dead squirrel and demanded to know what happened. I have defeated the squirrel, thus saving Hermione, who everyone forgot because she was upset about Ron being a butt-nogging head. And we need to go into no further detail than that, said Link, respecting Hermione's privates. So, wait, they're 11 years old, and so Ron was trying to do things with Hermione already? That's a bit early. But I'm glad he can respect her privates. But also saying what needed to be said. Which, not really, you just I killed the thing because it was a threat to Hermione. There we go. That's all that needs to be said.
What about the other two guys?
Yeah, we didn't care about them, I guess. Oh, okay, said the teachers, because everything's cool now. And then Gonal said, well, Link, not many first years could defeat a full-grown giant squirrel. 10 points to Gryffindor for dumb luck. Or, he's the hero of time. He has his ocarina that can rapidly age him to 18 so he can fuck mermaids. It's not really surprising that he could beat up a giant squirrel. A troll, on the other hand, he would have had difficulty with that, so thankfully it was a giant squirrel. But it wasn't luck, it was immense skill. Watch, Link said, and cast a blasting charm at the wall, destroying half the castle. Remember, they're supposed to be first years, just starting school. I'm pretty sure he can't, if he was learning magic, as he's supposed to be learning it, he wouldn't be able to do this yet. In fact, he shouldn't be able to do any of this yet if he's 11 years old. Luck is the fact that nobody was in the blast radius, except it isn't because by truest soul powers... This is not a thing in Legend of Zelda, so I don't know why it's here. Allow me to not kill anyone I don't want to. So, the only luck that exists is the fact that you didn't kill anybody, but you couldn't anyway, because you didn't want to kill those specific people. That's not luck, that's just you deciding not to kill people. And then Link magicked the castle back together as if nothing happened. Why is he in school? He can clearly do whatever he wants. He doesn't need to learn anything.
I think he's bored.
I guess. But then I don't think Dumbledore would let him be there. Impressive spell work, said Flitwick, who was stunned. 100 points to Gryffindor. And also detention, said McGonagall. We've been over this shooting Link. What he shot, I don't know. I shall not be a party to your lesser world's stifling restrictions. I am one who lives above such nonsense. I am one who shall grab the bull by the horns, and then Link conjured a bull with his truest soul powers, and grabbed it by the horns. Why did he need to make this a reality? It's just a saying. See, he asked. The teachers were speechless at the impressive display of wandless congregation. And then they all went. Where? We don't know, but they went somewhere. Maybe to dinner, maybe to bed, maybe they went to the bathroom or got themselves a snack. But it's the end of chapter 3.